100 Times Around. It's from the Stanky Brown Group, their first album, My Pleasure to Serve You. Now, they were kind of given a raw deal at the Renaissance concert because their equipment wasn't checked, and they didn't sound so good, but I've heard them before, and you really should give them another chance. Their album is pretty good. It was called 100 Times Around. We heard Van Morrison, Tupelo Honey, and Nice, Nice, Very Nice, Ambrosia. 20 minutes ahead of 11 o'clock, and it's 61 degrees. No one can say with certainty what the future holds, but concern with our environment has sparked more questioning about what our lives will be like in the future than ever before. A conference at Cornell, Towards a Just and Sustainable Future, looked at some of the serious questions people will have to ask if we're to find life worth living in the next centuries. A special Byline report examines this issue this week. Join Bill Solberg of WVBR News at 6:30 a.m., 2:30, and 10:30 p.m. this week for a 5-part special Byline series, Towards a Just and Sustainable Future, right here on VBR. Satisfied and Tickled Too, the title cut from the new Taj Mahal record. We heard Linda Lewis from Heartstrings with Rock-a-Doodle-Doo. Jamaican singer. She's really good. She sounds a bit like Michael Jackson, actually. But it's one of about 6 records, most of them only available in England. Space Cowboy was from the Steve Miller Band, and Santana from their 3rd album, Did No One to Depend On. This Mother's Day, $2 sent in your mother's name can give needy mothers overseas food if you send it to CARE. You can send it to Mother's Day, Box 570, New York, New York, 10016, and that's to CARE. This Friday morning on Backtrack, we'll be hearing Frank Zappa's Hot Rats, brought to you by the Rongovian Embassy in Trumansburg. I wonder if that has anything to do with it's Mother's Day this weekend. It's exactly 11 o'clock. I'm Jaime Wohl, and it's 62 degrees. Chance of showers by this evening, but most of the day will be warm in the mid-60s and sunny. Tomorrow will be mostly cloudy and windy, with showers also. Chance of rain is 30% today, 60% tonight, and 40% tomorrow. 93 WVBR FM in Ithaca. I Am Constant from the Climax Blues Band's Stamp album. Jerry Jeff Walker did More Often Than Not, which is a David Whiffen song, and The Dead with Ripple.
The King Biscuit Flower Hour this Friday at 10 p.m. featuring Harry Chapin and Janice Ian, right here on VBR.
This week's King Biscuit Flower Hour is brought to you by Ithaca's Electronics Center, Stereo Shack at 704 West Buffalo Street. This is Steve Young, Honky Tonk Man.
In some cases, these firms even guarantee checks for up to $600. And if it bounces, they'll buy the rubber check from the merchant.
Money, money, money makes the world go. Money, 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 money.
I'm Ron Maida for the Progressive Radio Network.
That news blurb was brought to you by the people at Fantasy Fair. You don't have to wait for a crafts fair to get gifts you can't purchase in most stores, because Fantasy Fair has gathered the original creations of nearly 100 artists and craftspersons in one convenient location. It's just across from the State Theater. You can find stained glass, leather goods, candles, pottery. They also offer macrame supplies, jewelry findings, and supplies such as he, she, and liquid silver. That's Fantasy Fair in downtown Ithaca. Look Away, that's from the Ozark Mountain Daredevils. We heard something new from Richard and Linda Thompson. It's off their import, I Want to See the Bright Lights Tonight. The song was When I Get to the Border. Richard Thompson has been voted one of the top guitarists in England a few years ago. Even beat out Eric Clapton. He's really great. I really like his work with Fairport Convention. Linda Thompson and he have put out 2 albums plus this import, and they were both in The Bunch, which is a strange collection of people that did oldies. Also, we heard Joni Mitchell, Night in the City. 13 Questions was before the Blimp by C-Train, and a 2-sided look at Under My Thumb, first from the Stones and then Tina Turner. This is Be Kind to Animals Week, and our SPCA here in Tompkins County is located at 1640 Henshaw Road. They're cooperating with nearly 1,200 similar organizations in the 62nd annual observance of Be Kind to Animals Week. So be kind to your pet and show your concern for the lost, unwanted, and abused animals that the SPCA cares for every week. All kinds of animals get abandoned, and the SPCA picks them up and takes care of them. So if you could send a contribution, you'd help them out a lot. A contribution of $5 or more entitles you to a membership in the Friends of the SPCA. One thing you can do, especially around this area about animals, is drive really carefully at night. Last night I was driving over here to the station to listen to some records, and I was just about to go up to a bridge, and this beautiful raccoon was right in front of me, and I noticed it just in time and stopped. Be careful, there's all kinds of rabbits and gophers and things running around the outskirts of town. It's 14 minutes before 12. Jaime Wohl with you on WVBR FM. 65 degrees, and we'll get a little bit warmer this afternoon, but there's a chance of showers by evening. That's Rita Coolidge, the title cut from Nice Feeling. Did you know she started out singing jingles and commercials at a jingle factory? And she was discovered by Joe Cocker, and you know the rest. We also heard Livin' Ain't Livin' from the new group Firefall, Rick Roberts' band. Love Her Madly from The Doors, and Leon Russell started with Beware of Darkness. 4 minutes past 12 noon. Tonight's album of the week is the new Steve Goodman record, Words We Can Dance To. It's a diverse collection. It has some blues, some folk, and some rock, and it's his 4th album. It'll be underway at 11:20 tonight, as usual, and brought to you by the people at Stereo Shack, 704 West Buffalo Street. This is a new from Ian Hunter, the All-American Alien Boy.
By a choir of 60 trained songbirds, led by a blackbird and a nightingale. The birds have a repertoire of Russian folk songs, and they specialize in Strauss waltzes. I'm Nancy Herr, and that's news from the American FM Radio Network.
And I'm Jaime Wohl, WVBR. It's sunny and warm right now, but it might cloud up later in the day, with a chance of showers by tonight, high in the mid-60s. Mostly cloudy and windy tonight, with showers also likely, low about 50 degrees. And a chance of showers tomorrow, high temperature near 60 degrees. There's 30% chance of this rain happening today, 60% tonight, and 40% tomorrow. I just looked outside, and the sky's pretty blue, so I really don't think it would rain. 68 degrees right now. Oh, before the news, we heard That Cat Is High from Manhattan Transfer, and the title cut from the new Ian Hunter record, All-American Alien Boy. It's 29 minutes ahead of 1 o'clock. I'm Jaime Wohl. That, believe it or not, is America. Former soft rock, doing some good music, actually, on the new album. The song was Don't Let It Get You Down. We heard I'm Settling Down from Poco, and I'm Free, The Who, 20 minutes before 1. 68 degrees in Ithaca right now. Probably that's the highest it'll get all day. There's a chance of showers later this afternoon, and temperatures down around 40 tonight. This is Bonnie Kolak from her 4th album. From the album Ego Is Not a Dirty Word. Those were the Skyhooks with Love on the Radio. Stevie Wonder did Lennon and McCartney's We Can Work It Out. Ian Lloyd, who used to be the lead singer with Stories, now has a solo album out, and the song was One More Chance, subtitled Sha-La-La. Jefferson Starship with Tumblin', and Roll Me on the Water from Bonnie Kolak. 1 minute before 1 o'clock, you know what that means. Time for the SPCA Pet Patrol. Found dogs on the 1900 block of Coddington Road. A female 2-year-old tricolor beagle wearing a leather collar, no tags. On the 600 block of Coddington Road, 2 dogs. A male 3-year-old German Shepherd, brown and black, and the other's a white male German Shepherd, 7 to 8 months old, and neither one of them have collars on. On the 1000 block of Schaefer Road, Newfield, a male Malmut-type dog, 2 years old with no collar. Up at Ithaca College, a 3-year-old male golden retriever cross wearing a leather collar with a phone number, but no one answers. Brickyard Road, South Lansing, a female German Shepherd, black and tan, 6 to 8 months old, wearing a brown leather collar. Main Street in Dryden, a collie-type female, sable and white with no collar, was found. Ellis Hollow Road, a female golden retriever type wearing a leather collar. Milliken Station in Lansing, a female beagle dog, brown and white, wearing a rope tied like a collar. And at the shelter, a male yellow Labrador type, 2 years old, belonging to Mr. Gibson on Rote Street. that no one can reach them by phone. So if you're Mr. Gibson, why don't you give them a phone call at the SPCA. Lost dogs. On the 400 block of South Plain Street, a black and tan mixed breed adult male, no collar. East Shore Drive, a tricolor collie cross female, 2 years old, wearing a chain collar with 76 rabies and license tags. Danby Nelson Road area, a female husky golden retriever cross, 6 months old, gray and white with no collar. Oakwood Lane, a year-old male golden retriever was lost. It's reddish tan, wearing a chain collar. In Perry City, a male 3-year-old German short-haired pointer wearing a blue collar. Reward is offered for its return. And the name of this short-haired pointer is Rocket. Lansing North, a month ago, a 3-year-old spayed female beagle cocker cross, short hair, black and tan, heavy in stature, was lost. On the 200 block of Bone Plain Road, a female 1.5-year-old St. Bernard, expecting puppies, no collar. On the 500 block of Spring Street in Groton, a male 1-year-old lab retriever, German Shepherd cross, these all those different types of dogs, wearing a black leather collar. Lost cats on the 400 block of South Plain Street, a black and gray tiger male, 4 to 5 years old, and on Cold Springs Road in Trumansburg, a spayed female calico, short hair, 2.5 years old. So if you know any information about these animals, if you found one of them, call the SPCA shelter, 257-1822, and it's Be Kind to Animals Week. So let's give it an extra try this week to get these dogs back to their owners and these cats. 2 minutes past 1 o'clock. I'm Jaime Wohl, and you're at 93 WVBR FM in Ithaca. Arthur Lee and the Love Group with Alone Again, or we started off after the Pet Patrol with America from Simon and Garfunkel, and then Neil Young doing The Loner. Steve Still does The Loner on his new album. Does a good version of it, too.
The Population Institute urges you to think about having a child before you make a baby.
Tonight on the Wednesday night album of the week, we'll be playing the new Steve Goodman album. It's called Words We Can Dance To. It's brought to you by the people at Stereo Shack, 704 West Buffalo Street in downtown Ithaca, and it'll be getting underway at 11:20 tonight. The show's hosted by Mike Slater. It's 68 degrees and getting a little bit warmer. I don't really think we're going to have that rain they promised us. Who the Beatles?
Shouted, "Ha ha, I'm going to rape you." "Ha ha," said the woman, "and I will smack you in the head." The man stopped for a minute and then ran away. I'm Nancy Herr, and that's news from the American FM Radio Network.
All right. I'm Jaime Wohl for WVBR. It'll be sunny and warm today, but clouding up later in the day with a chance of showers by evening. High in the mid-60s. Mostly cloudy and windy tonight with showers likely. Low about 50 degrees. Variable clouds and a chance of showers tomorrow. High temperatures nearing 60 degrees. The chance of rain is 30% today, 60% tonight, and 40% tomorrow. Right now it's 69 degrees in Ithaca. Rainbow Blues. That's from the best of Jethro Tull, which is a rather sneaky way of making one buy an album, because that is such a good song. And I have every other cut off this best of Jethro Tull album except Rainbow Blues. I think I'll tape it. I think that's the best way to do it. We also heard a Carole King, Jerry Goffin song, sung by Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Heidi Ho, and Harry Chapin from the new live double album with Taxi. And boy, does he have an enthusiastic following. But the applause on that is almost as loud as Bob Dylan's Before the Flood of Applause. 25 minutes before 2, I'm Jaime Wohl.
Concord and Rochelle turntables and TDK tape. And on Saturday, there will be a sale on many one-of-a-kind specials. So if you're in the market for a new stereo system at an affordable price, let Sound Advice take the worry out of buying it. Sound Advice, the risk-free stereo store on the Dryden Road in College Town.
A conference at Cornell called Toward a Just and Sustainable Future looked at some of the serious questions people will have to ask if we're to find life worth living in the next few centuries. Except we won't be there. A special Byline report examines this issue this week. Join Bill Solberg at 6:30 a.m., 2:30, and 10:30 p.m. this week for a 5-part special Byline series. towards a just and sustainable future, right here on VBR. That'll be happening in about an hour. The American Cancer Society and Planned Parenthood of Ithaca will conduct a free Pap test clinic this Saturday, May 8th, at the Planned Parenthood headquarters, which are at 512 East State Street in Ithaca. There's parking available off East Seneca Street. So if you haven't taken your Pap test this year, you have a great opportunity to save the lab fees. You can call for an appointment at 273-0430, and walk-ins are welcome, but they may have to wait for a while. This is Jackson Brown. We began with Jackson Brown, Jamaica Say You Will, from the first album, then John Cale from the album Fear with Ship of Fools. Dylan did Positively 4th Street, Niels Lofton from Cry Tough, Incidentally It's Over, and Up on Cripple Creek from the band. This week's King Biscuit Flower Hour is brought to you by Ithaca's Electronic Center, Stereo Shack, 704 West Buffalo Street, downtown Ithaca. This Saturday, May 8th, the faculty will play the seniors in donkey basketball of the Newfield Junior and Senior High School. It starts at 7:30 p.m. It's 2 minutes before 2 o'clock. I'm Jaime Wohl, and I'll be back again in a couple days. This is Oregon from the album Winter Light with Wichita Toe. Have a good afternoon.
And has the best chef salad you'll find anywhere. You won't be rushed, and the atmosphere is quiet and relaxing. Ragman's is open for lunch Monday through Friday from 11 to 3. Try Ragman's, just once. The service and the food speak for themselves. Ragman's, at 108 North Aurora in downtown Ithaca.
The New York Yanks and Los Angeles Dodgers took over first place in their respective divisions following victories yesterday. The New York Islanders kept Montreal from clinching their semifinal playoffs with a 5-2 win over the Canadiens. Also in the NHL, Philadelphia took a commanding 3-1 lead in their series by defeating the Boston Bruins 4-2. Harold Solomon upset Arthur Ashe 7-5, 3-6, 6-1, 6-3 in the quarterfinals of the WCT Singles Championship tournament at Dallas. Ithaca area weather today, sunny and warmer, then clouding up later in the day with a chance of showers by evening, high in the mid-60s. Mostly cloudy and windy tonight with showers likely, low about 50. Variable clouds and a chance of showers tomorrow, high temperature near 60 degrees. The chance of rain is 30% today, 60% tonight, and 40% tomorrow. For WVBR News, I'm Mike Banks.